So we begin in a seated position. Close your eyes and focus your attention towards your breath. And notice all the sounds that are coming from the outside of your practice room toward the inside. Imagine any additional sounds that could happen. And then bring your awareness inside your practice area to all the sounds inside of your room. And then add any additional sound that could happen. Phone ringing, people open and closing doors. Different smells coming into the room from cooking or baking, or working, who knows? Expect the unexpected. And then listen to the sound of your heartbeat. And then to the sound of your breath. And allow the breath to become like an ocean wave that enters into your body. And exhaling out. Allow the breath to become like a soothing, healing energy. Imagine that there are particles of crystals in the air. So as you inhale, allow the crystals to be nourishing and supporting your bronchial tubes, your lungs itself for nourishment. And allow the crystals of healing to go within your bloodstream, assisting the circulatory system for healing and support. Now consciously expand your lower abdomen, perhaps bring your left hand onto your dantian or the lower belly. And just notice the movement, gentle movement of your breath. Deepen your inhalation and empty out completely. And then consciously, with every inhalation, lengthen your spine, starting from your tailbone upward. Exhaling, relaxing your shoulders. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Now bring your awareness from your abdomen towards your back. And allow your back, or not allow your back, but witnessing the low back moving also with the breath. Just gently massaging your kidneys, your adrenals. Then from noticing from your back, bring your awareness towards your pelvis. And from the pelvis, noticing the gentle massaging of your breath also affecting your perineum. So as we practice today, let's practice being aware of each movement mindfully. So let's take an extra breath in and out. Set your sankalpa or statement of intent, anything you like to witness or experience today. And then we're going to begin with the movement. Before we do so, we're going to rub the palm of your hands and place them 3 times over your eyes. And by the 3rd time, we are going to open our eyes. And then we just gently massage the forehead, the side of the temple, down your jawline, towards your ears, from your ears down to your throat, from the throat to the back of the head to the occipital, from the occipital to the top of the shoulder, to your arms, forearm, tapping on your thyroid, to your abdomen, from the abdomen to the back of your head, down towards your legs, back up towards your groin, down to your thighs and feet. Now we just turn slowly to the right side. And just notice the reaction to the body and as it turns. And focusing inward, noticing the body's response. And then slowly come back to the center. And then as you exhale, turn to the opposite side, slowly and mindfully. Noticing the body's reaction to the movement, breathing deeply in and out. Staying within your comfort zone. Slowly coming back to the center. Going into a gentle lateral flexation, placing your hands onto the floor, the right hand onto the floor, raising your left arm up with awareness. And then from your left arm, we're going to bring your left arm down toward the floor and then slowly back up. So allow the movement to be gentle, slow, mindful. Inhaling, expanding the upper thoracic area. Exhaling, slowly bringing it up. Now keeping your arm up over your head and bringing your torso back in a neutral position. Bringing your arms up overhead, reaching upward, lengthening the spine. Then exhaling, bringing your left hand onto the floor, going to a gentle lateral flexation to the left side. Noticing the body's reaction, softening the effort. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down onto the floor, inhaling, raising your right hand to the back. So exhale. Inhale. Go into a very slow motion so you can sense inside as you make the movement. And then slowly keep your arm up overhead again and come into a neutral position, bringing your hands onto your knees. This is the left foot forward, and now we are turning our torso to the left side. So going into a cleansing or letting go turn. So energetically, we're letting go, and physically, we are helping our digestive system for elimination. So let's go into a mindful movement. So we're going to go slower. Just really notice each movement, listening inside as we make the movement. And a curious, childlike mind, witnessing the body's reaction without judging and critic. Just accepting the body as it is in this moment. Being in the present moment. So let's come back to the center. Take a moment, allow the energy to settle in. Now we switch the positioning of your feet. So the right foot is forward, left leg is behind, left foot is behind. Now we turn your torso to the right side. And again, we're going to go mindful movement. This is also called somatic movement, where we are fully aware of it, going slow, being aware of each reaction to the body. Allowing, as we go in slow and mindful, we allow our muscles, our tendons, our nerves to incorporate in our minds with our mind. And your breath, exhaling forward, inhaling, coming to the back. And even slowing down a little bit more. Come to a still point, lengthening your spine, and just take a moment, breathing in and out until the energy settles or has found its balance. Now we're going to round your spine and arch your spine. Again, in mindful movement, so really slow. Open up your shoulders and bringing your navel toward your spine as you exhale. Inhaling, opening the heart, and allow the shoulder blades to come together. So bringing in movement mindfully. And then coming to a still point. If you are on a pillow, I invite you to come off the pillow. Allow your legs to come into release. Shake them out a little bit. Turn your ankle, right side, left side. And again, go slow and mindful, noticing the calf moving, noticing perhaps your kneecaps, noticing your hip joint moving or the femur bone moving within your hips. And then turn the opposite direction with your foot. And then come to a still point. Flex your foot and bring your foot towards your body. Flexion and extension. And noticing too, your kneecaps, noticing the thigh muscles, hamstrings. Just noticing the body reacting to the movement. And then relax. Relax your thighs. Lift your tailbone up. And then go consciously to the right side. Holding it and breathing in and out. And then come back to the center and come forward. So place your hand anywhere you're comfortable. And now very slowly, just very slowly, move your torso a little bit from side to side. Be mindful of the movement, not to create any discomfort, rather staying within your comfort zone. Noticing the sensations from your back, perhaps you can feel the hamstrings or the back of your legs on the right side and left side as well. Noticing the weight shift from the right buttock toward the left buttock. Noticing as you continue with the gentle movement from side to side, how the sensation has changed. And then come back to the center. Lengthen your spine. So look ahead, then raise your torso up. Now we twist to the left side. Breathing in and out. Again, soften the effort and witness the body. Now let's come back to the center. Let's allow your leg to come toward each other. Bend your right knee over the left. And let's go into a deeper spinal twist to the right side. Let's stay in that spinal twist for 20 seconds or 5 to 10 breaths. Breathing into it and surrendering into the twist without expectation. Observing your breath. Let's release your hand and come forward. Extend your right leg. Bend your left knee and go into a spinal twist to the left side. So find comfort within the twist. Keep adjusting the body so it feels comfortable. Surrendering into a pose. Observing the inhalation, exhalation. And again, you can You can visualize as you keep inhaling that you're inhaling like crystals, mini crystals, and allow them to go into the open lung. Let's release your left hand, come forward, extend your leg out, and then slowly come into a forward fold. As you're in this forward fold, try to straighten your toes. So your toes come up toward the sky. And if your hamstrings are really tight or if your tightness behind your legs, I invite you to bend your knees. And allow your chest to come towards your thigh. Allowing your pelvis to, or your hip to come up forward. And then surrendering into this forward fold, that you soften it more and more so you get a gentle stretch in your hamstring area. And you can soften your head downward and then straighten your head. So the moment you are softening your head, you are lengthening the transverse spinal muscle. And then as you raise your head, you are strengthening, and stretching. Slowly raise your head up, straighten your spine. And then bring your arms next to your ears. And then bring your torso up, reaching upward. Open your legs into a biggie. Turn your torso to the side. Bring your left arm to the left inside of the leg. And then reach upward. Again, you can go into a mindful movement, waving motion. So waving toward your left foot. Being mindful and slow. Stretching the fascia system and just being aware how the body responds. Slowly movement, mindful. When we're stretching tendons, we are less stretch, sometimes means more. And then slowly bring your torso up again with the next movement. Arms are out to the side. Then bring your torso forward. Bring your hands together. Bring your arms up overhead. Bring your legs back together. Bend your knees. And then go into the rotation to the right side. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Exhaling, left side. Inhaling, coming back to the center. Exhaling, right side. So follow your own rhythm of the breath. Mindful movement. Keeping your knees toward each other. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Last time now, extend your legs out in front of you, open your eyes, leg. Bring your arms out to the side, bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg, and then movement. Bringing your arms slowly towards your right foot and back. So exhaling. Inhaling slowly, mindfully coming up. then slowly coming back up again. Allowing your legs to come together. And let's come onto all fours. We can stretch our right leg to the back, and we can just go into a gentle stretch. Come back on your right knee, and then let's do this on the left side, stretching your left foot. Have your foot turned, toes turned under, and just stretching. Coming back onto all fours. Perhaps moving your body in any way that feels right for it. Moving the upper shoulders, perhaps bending your elbow, right side, left side. So we bring it in movement into the upper thoracic area. And we're going to go mindful now, slow. Right side, left side. Then we come to the center. And now we're going to move our head in a number 8. So we're just moving the head slowly and mindful in the number 8. And then we're coming to a neutral position with our head. Now let's form a number 8 with your tailbone. So try to either that or go in a circle, whichever feels right for your body. Let it be a micro movement. Being mindful of the movement, releasing any low back tension, abdominal tension. Coming into a neutral position. Turning your toes under, lifting your hip up toward the sky as we are allowing your body to breathe. It's really good for sinus. Also, the lion pose is also good for sinus if you have sinus issues. So, pedaling with your heels, right side, left side, just to activate the back fascia system. Coming into a neutral position. Coming onto your toes. When your toes will bend your knees, hovering over the mat. Just engaging the core. Coming onto your knees, flattening your knees, going into the cobra. Then from the cobra, we're going to straighten your leg. Going into upward dog. And for an upward dog, we're going to go into a child's pose. And from child's pose, come back onto all fours, turn your toes under, go into downward dog, and then you walk with your feet toward your hands. And then bend your knees and go into the chair pose. Just bringing in heat and circulation within the body. As the heat in the body also creates healing properties. Straighten your knees, back bend. And bring your hands in front of the heart. Arms next to the body. Stepping back with your right leg. Bringing your arms out to the side and going into the warrior, looking over your hand, left hand. So activate your lower legs, kind of squeeze them toward each other. Then release, and now try to squeeze apart, pushing them apart. And then release. Place your left forearm onto your left thigh, widen your stance, and then bring your arm up overhead. You can bring in the movement mindfully, your arm coming down and bringing it up. And hold it steady. Let's come back up. Let's turn your foot forward. Let's turn your right foot 45 degrees. And let's go into the warrior on the right side. Again, you can squeeze your leg toward each other. You can adjust your feet so you feel more comfortable with it. And now squeeze your leg apart. And relax. And then bring your right forearm onto your thigh, extending your arms. Movement, you can bring your left right arm downward and to the back. You can hold it steady. Let's raise your torso back up. Bring your foot forward. And let's bring your legs together. Standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Now let's practice a balancing pose of the stork, which is working the deep muscles within the pelvis. So we shift your weight 100% to the left side and we bend your right knee. You can activate your hands, place your hands over your heart center. And if you're comfortable, you can bring your arms up overhead. Holding it for at least 20 seconds. 5 breaths, 10 breaths. Keep lengthening your spine as you hold it. Put your hands in front of the heart. Place your foot down onto the floor. Stand in Tadasana and sense the whole body response. Now we're going to shift to the right side. Bending your left knee. Bring your arms up overhead. Exploring, tugging your tailbone in, arching it, just kind of let it lengthening from your tailbone upward toward the sky. Let's bring your leg down onto the floor, hands in front of the heart, and next to your body. Breathing in. Let's widen our stance and let's release some back muscles by bringing your arms up overhead and then come hinge forward from your hips. If you need to adjust your stance so you feel more comfortable. Explore walking with your hands a little bit more forward. And then walking with your hands backwards a little bit. So you're shifting the weight on from the ball of your foot to the heel, from the heel of the foot to the ball of the foot. And then come into the center part of it where your hip is in line with your leg. Now move your hip from side to side, very gentle, mindful, micro movement. Noticing all the reaction of the movement. So being very mindful of it, listening inward. Coming into a neutral position. Placing your right fingers toward the left side and allow the hand to be underneath your head, underneath your face. And then bring your arm up overhead, and you can bring the back of your hand against your sacrum. Allow the sacrum to be equally, so not one side is higher or the other side, to keep it like level. And then move your upper thoracic, the shoulder up toward the sky. You can get into a movement, mindful. Noticing as you just slightly move your shoulder up toward the sky, how the body is keep trying to assist, or how you feel with your upper thoracic area. Not forcing or straining, rather curiosity. Then come to a neutral position. Then reverse it to the opposite side. Left fingers to point toward the right side. Place the back of your hand against your sacrum, and then move your shoulder and head toward the right side. Allow the movement to be gentle, mindful. And then release your hand. Now bring your feet a little bit closer, legs a little bit closer together, and get into a squatting. So find the positioning of your feet and your knees so you're comfortable at this point, so you can just do the squatting. And then from here, we're gonna start bringing your arm up overhead. It's okay, we're practicing. Practicing. And then soften your body. And then bring your arms up, lengthening the spine. Soften your body. Lengthening the spine. Soften the body again. Lengthening. So now from here, engage your core muscle and slowly push yourself up into a standing, bringing your feet toward each other, back bending. Bringing the hands in front of the heart. Arms next to the body. So let's explore another balancing pose. And we are gonna bring the right ankle on top of your left thigh. And we're gonna go down into the chin. Okay. So let's come onto both of your legs and let's take a moment. Lengthen your spine. And let's practice that now on the right side. So you can bend your knee and bring your left ankle on top of the right thigh. Slowly straighten and coming back into standing position, Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's go back to the front of the mat. Let's swing your arms up overhead, back bending, and coming into a forward fold. Step back with your right leg, come into a lunge, and then step back with your left leg, so going into a plank pose. From the plank pose, bring your knee down onto the floor, going in, doing a chaturanga. From chaturanga, go into cobra. Going into upward dog. Bringing in movement, gently right side, and looking to the left side of the body. Gentle and mindful. We're working with the back fascia system and the front. Coming back to the center, and then we're going to go on to all fours. From all fours, we're going to come into seated position. We're going to work with our shoulders a little bit. Let's bring your hands behind your back, fingertips point towards your back. Let's bring your feet closer towards your feet, but towards your sitting bone. And let's explore how it would be if we would lift our hip up and we would go into tabletop. So if this is difficult for you, then just allow yourself to stay in this position right here. Otherwise, explore lifting your hip up toward the sky, reaching upward. Holding and breathing out. And then slowly come back down onto the floor. Then you can be mindful of it, adjust your feet according to maybe what feels better. Inhaling again, bringing your hip up toward the sky. Exhaling, coming back down onto the floor. This time, release your hands and go into holding it with your feet off the ground, arms lengthened, spines lengthened. Let's bring the soles of your feet together and then slowly, or let's move your knees up and down. Keeping your spine elongated. For another 5 breaths. Then we come to a still point with our knees, and very slowly, we'll bend your elbows and hinge forward from your hip, maintaining your spine elongates. And then breathe deeply in and out into your belly. Then we release our hands from our feet, bring your knees together. And now you can use your hand. We're going to use your knees from side to side. And when you feel comfortable with this movement, you can go without your hands and just bringing in movement. It's the core. And it brings in movement within the hip area, within the lower back. But then we come to the center. Let's go all the way down onto the floor. And you may move a little bit from side to side, just relax. When you go into a circle with your knees, follow a little bit your intuition. Be mindful of the movement. And then from the circle, let's extend your legs and go into a circle. Mindful. And you can use your hand underneath your sitting bone. Maybe that makes it easier. Into a circle with our legs. Really working the abdominals. And deep psoas muscle. Good. Let's relax. Let's place your feet flat onto the floor. Release your hands from behind here. Sitting and just go from side to side with your knees. And let's bring in, if you bring your knee to the left side, extend your right arm. So you're stretching the side of the body. And then vice versa. If you bring your right knees to the right side, extend your left arm. So it's a mindful, gentle movement. You can even go slower so you really can sense each movement. Then we come back to the center. Let's go into upper thoracic twist. This time, so we're going to come over to the right side. Allow your knees to be in line with your knees, your ankle in line with your ankle. Shoulder and arms are in line. You can use a little pillow or a block for support of your head if you choose. Let's raise your left arm up and bring your left arm behind, maintaining your knees and ankle. And so you can do a gentle movement where bringing your left arm forward to the right, the back. Just go slow, very, very slow. And then let's do very, very slow, bringing your arm toward your hand. Very slow, slow movement. Very slow movement. Your back. Then you can move your arm in a weaving motion. Very slow, mindful. And soften the effort. So allow the pectoralis to soften, allow the sternum to soften. The upper thoracic area soften, but maintaining your knees. And very slowly, let's bring your left arm toward the right. And allow that just, if you really go really slow, it may take a half an hour, but just go really, really slow. Allow that arm just to very slowly come toward the left. Right. So now let's roll over onto your left side. So knee over knee, ankle over ankle, palm over palm of the hand, so the shoulder is lined up. And so slowly we raise your left arm up and allow that left arm to drop back as far as it can go. Maintaining your knee over knee. And then slowly bring your palm again toward your left hand. Back again. And really slowly just move your arm in a weaving motion, waving motion. Slow. And then slowly again, bring that arm upward and backward again. So be mindful of the movement. And perhaps you want to just allow that arm to soften, allow the pectoralis muscles to soften the sternum, the upper muscles of the shoulder girdle to soften. And let's slowly bring your right arm toward the left. Really, really slow. And then we take a breath in and out. And then we're going to roll onto our back. And we're going to go into relaxation, meditation. So focus your attention toward your breath. Allow your exhalation to be longer than your inhalation. And then it's time for us to come back into the moment. So stretch your body 3 times. And then we roll over to the right side. And we're going to push ourselves into a seated position. We're going to end the session with a namaste. Before we do so, we're going to remember our Sankalpa statement of intent. And I invite you to contemplate on your experience throughout the day. And so let's honor our inner being. So you may place your right hand onto the heart center. And once again, with great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Now to your palms together for the heart center. Sat Garanama Hakije, victory to true self. Jadagami Mata Kije, salutation to the divine mother. Place your chin down towards your sternum. Open your eyes, getting used to light and surrounding. And namaste.
Thank you.